And now, can you give me the live link so I can share it to some other people if they want to view? I don't know.
Yeah, 1 second.
And then we can actually tweet or something. So.
All right. Okay, so we are broadcasting now, so we'll go ahead and get started with the demo. This is the Fedora Release Tools team. Wait for it. I'll tell you which number this is. I believe it's our 9th demo. And today we're going to run through a demo of some changes to AutoCloud so that we are able to test an entire compose instead of builds on their own, and also a demo of our OSBS instance finally and for real live and working in production. So I'm going to hand off to Kushal to get us started with the AutoCloud demo. And Kushal, go ahead and take the reins.
Thanks, Amanda. So I'm going to share the screen, which will take for a second. Google Hangouts. Share. So is it okay live?
Yeah,
can you just tell? Okay, perfect. So yeah, the UI is not much change, but instead of testing each image separately, now we actually listen for a compose getting ready, and then if you click on this, we can see the compose details. Just a point that you may see these numbers may be misleading, and that is because due to a bug into one of the dependencies that is Python twisted. We fixed it today morning Indian time and the production servers. So, but yeah, this is the new UI for AutoCloud. So you can actually directly go to the compose details by clicking on the left hand side. And if you go to in the results for in each compose, so you will see all the jobs which happened on that particular compose. And there are some nice work from sign on the UI side where you can filter which all details you want to see. And if you go to the end of the outputs, let's say I'm going to the failed output. And now if I just go down, see the actual failure. So one of the other thing we got is this line number so that we can actually point out someone to a particular line where the fail occurred. We never used to have this facility. We previously had only a text box. More than this. And so yeah, right now we are running the exact same similar or the same tests which we had before, but in the coming days, that is starting from the end of this week, we'll be adding up many new test cases which are in the Git repository. So I hope this will help us to test each compose as a complete set rather than individual images and sending out the job result. This is the part I had. So I'm going to stop the screen share now. Is it off now?
Yeah, Kushal, does your daughter have something to add?
No, that's not my daughter.
Oh, no? Okay, never mind. All right. So, and as we're broadcasting here, I know there's some delay in the broadcast that goes to YouTube, but we are in Fedora Meeting 1. If anybody has questions that they'd like to raise, we'll keep an eye out there for a little while after the demo as well. But thank you, Kushal, for running through that part. Adam, I will hand over to you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share a terminal in just a second. Let's see if this works. Everybody see that?
Yep.
How's font size? Should I increase?
I'm a PTO next week, so I'm going to be here.
Yes, no?
Actually,
yes,
we lost.
Can see it.
Oh, did I?
We can see it proper nicely.
Okay. So if you look at my path up here in my terminal, so I'm in Fed package Docker cockpit, and Docker is the namespace. So as part of the Fedora Docker layered image build system, we have namespaced Fed package. And for people who have seen our previous demos, this is not anything new. But before we were working on developing it and actually, getting deployments out on stage and kind of going through all the security audits and those kind of things. This is now in production, so you can. So I can actually just go and I can go and remove that, and then fed package clone a Docker cockpit. And this will go ahead and clone, just like if you were working on RPMs. And if we switch branch to F24, I have checked out, or I have already imported our first release of cockpit Docker layered image. So if we go ahead and edit our Docker file, much like we would traditionally edit a spec file, we'll just go ahead and bump this, bump the release for the sake of the demo. So we'll add our Docker file, package, commit, bump for demo, and then we will git push origin F24. So that'll push to the Fedora 24 branch, and now we can actually do a fed package container build. And this is going to go out to Koji. This will go out, schedule a build in Koji. That build in Koji will then be fired off into the OSPF build system. And instead of staring at this, I'm going to switch over and show you a previously built one. I just built, I'm going to do this. So last Thursday. Anywho, so it creates a build container task, and it feeds in the information from our, should increase the size of it. From dist-git, it gives you the exact git hash, the target tag we're going to, and if we wanted to add any Yum repository URLs, we can enter those there. So here's the child task that goes in, and this is actually the run that's been scheduled inside of OSPF. And for those who are not familiar, OSPF is the OpenShift build service, client tool that allows us to use OpenShift build pipeline, and that's actually how we're handling this. And then we can show our results here, and we see that the registry is automatically pushed to with the content, and it's tagged by a handful of different things. So we have the unique ID tag based on the timestamp. We have the version tag based on the build, and then we have just the latest, because this is going to drop into latest. Now, one thing that we are going to be doing is gating updates for official releases. So this would actually land in a candidate registry, and then we will release to the production registry when they're ready. But what I can show is, because this is already pushed, I can actually just go ahead and check one more time. Okay, so I can Docker pull that image directly from there, and it's going to go and download that, and then we can actually run it locally. I should have pre-downloaded that. It's going to take a little while. My internet's not the best. But anyways, that in a nutshell is the bulk of the demo, is the fact that we are able to do a build from dist-git. We are able to push it out to production Koji, get a successful build, have it land in our registry, and then allow users to automatically pull that information. And then once it downloads, you can actually run it. But I don't want to make everybody sit here and stare at my download screen for a few minutes.
This is amazing work, Adam. Thank you. Thanks a lot for this.
Certainly.
Great to see.
Yeah, it has been a journey. I'm excited to see it come to fruition. Do we have any questions that popped up?
I have a question. So for this 25 release, is Cockpit the only image we are building, or are we building something else?
For now, Cockpit's the only image we're building. Part of our Fedora 25 work is actually to scale out the build system. So right now, just to get it up and running, we were focusing on single node. We are going to be doing a scaled out deployment. And the reason that had a delay is because once you do a scale out deployment of Kubernetes or anything based on Kubernetes, you have to deal with overlay networks. And because there's already an overlay network involved in the intranet, we are going to be putting an overlay on an overlay, and we just need to figure out some things. So to remove hurdles of getting the initial deliverable complete, we decided to go with single node for that, and to not overload it, we will only be delivering one, potentially a small handful. We're going to do some load testing and see what I can handle, and hopefully by the time the Fedora 25 cycle is complete, we will actually be able to open the floodgates for the world to Dockerize everything.
Okay, and one last question. I'm actually asking this so that anyone who watches this video later on, they will be able to hear this. Is that if anyone wants to help you out with this, or like try to figure out what they can do or anything, they should come to the Fedora Cloud or the Release Engineering channel, correct?
Yes, yeah, pound Fedora-cloud on irc.freenode, or pound Fedora-releng, R-E-L-E-N-G, also on irc.freenode. Either of those would be good outlets to get involved if this is anything that's interesting. Also, I recently actually did a write-up for opensource.com about our build system that we've put together. So if there's anybody interested in kind of how that is done, I'd be happy to direct to that. There's also architecture documentation in the Fedora Release Engineering doc space, and I am working on a few more notes about how we're doing isolation in the build route. But everything is in Ansible that is public. Our Fedora Ansible repositories are completely public. So yeah, there's a lot of ways for people who are interested can kind of see what we're up to, what we have done, and see where we're going. We have a lot of plans also outlined in the Fedora wiki that I'd be happy to post and or pass along. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. That's
yeah,
hopefully
thanks for the input.
All right, so I don't see any questions in channel now. Like I said, we'll hang out there for a little bit longer after we wrap up the demo in case anyone has a lag and has questions. Otherwise, Adam just mentioned places to track us down if you want to talk about anything or have questions or suggestions or anything else. So thank you guys for doing the demo. Thank you for folks, two folks who are either viewing live or viewing after the fact. We will see you all again in another month. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, folks.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.